Like I said, I'm gonna share with you my own love story with trees. Many years ago, my journey as a healer and as a life coach started. But before I became what I'm right now, I was totally in pain. Deep inner pain that was being transmitted to my body in real physical pain. I couldn't find a way out. I was in the middle of a terrible divorce that was taking every bit of energy out of me. Like I said before, to accept the messages of the universe, to hear what it has to say to you, you have to first understand that the help and those messages, those words, are gonna come sometimes in very different forms, and many times not the way you expected or the way you ask. So I was in the middle of my divorce and I was moving from my old house to a new apartment, and I was guided to go to this beautiful building full of trees. Every afternoon you could hear the birds around the apartment. And after a few days of starting this move and just being very lost, very confused, I had just started a new job as a translator for the federal government, my best job ever until that moment. And I was very confused because I had to perform. I was a mom of a 3-year old, 2.5, 3-year old. I had to keep on working, and I was moving from what I knew to be my home to a disappointment that felt totally alien to me. So one afternoon I was alone in the apartment and I was feeling very sad. So I decided to go to the balcony. The bird sounds were so healing, so relaxing, that I just sat there and I started staring at this beautiful, large image in front of me that was this tree. And this tree would only come into one balcony, and that balcony was mine. Remember what I said about messages, signs, and help? It's always going to come in a subtle, hidden language. If you keep looking to the past or looking around, you're going to miss it sometimes. So that day I was really open to whatever the universe could give me, because I was just asking. Wouldn't shut up in my mind, asking for help because I needed guidance. I was lost and in pain, both physically and emotionally. That's when I remember that I had read about plants and trees being able to filter your energy. And I decided, what the heck, I have nothing to lose. I'm open for anything right now. And somehow this is what I'm hearing in my mind. Something that I read before. So I just went for it, sat down in the floor, putting all my body all my lower body against the floor. I'm describing it to you because at that moment I didn't know so much as I may know right now about what I was doing as a grounding exercise. So I want to describe it to you as basic as possible because it wouldn't be fair with you. I want you to understand that sometimes you're going to be guided to do things that doesn't have to make sense to you at that moment. Later on, you might understand or learn why you did that. But hear your body, hear your intuition, your connection to the vibration of that moment. So I lay down in the floor and grabbed that tree like it was my last floating lifesaver in the middle of a very dark place that I was at that time. And I just hold on to it. And without knowing exactly what I was doing, I just started feeling that I wanted to filter. And I knew somehow, and I didn't judge, I just knew the tree was entering to my balcony in a building of maybe 14, 15 apartments. I was in the sixth floor and it was entering my balcony, only my balcony. For me to be able that day to find it, to grab onto it. It had grown all these years there just to meet me that afternoon. And I had to be open to the experience. I lay down there and I cried like I've never cried before. I actually thought I was gonna kill the tree because it was so much that I felt I was releasing. And after maybe half an hour, my body started vibrating with something that I can only describe to you as a song, kind of a inner song. There was no more noise, no more darkness. It was not that everything was gone. It was just that my frequency, my way of vibrating was totally different at that moment. And that day, that tree and me became best friends. For a whole year, that tree was my friend. Every night, every afternoon that I was alone, tired, scared, very scared, confused and in pain, that tree was my friend. Even after I moved, one day I was going by that same avenue and I found some people that wanted to cut the tree. I've never been known for going out of a car and saving a tree, but that day was my first day of doing actually just that. I felt like they were gonna kill a friend. That tree healed me, became part of me. I discovered many other ways to ground and to just use nature in that building. But that one was my first. I'm gonna be telling you more about how I started grounding and how that became my first step into becoming a healer and a life coach. I want you to understand how simple the first steps must be for you to have a base where you can grow from. That tree that I saved that afternoon, I went out of my car, I stopped the people that were cutting it, I screamed and yelled and hugged the tree and asked for help for many other people, and many other people came to the rescue of the tree. It was full of birds, neighbors didn't want the noise, and I couldn't understand. That noise had been the song inside my soul for a year to heal. I was actually missing that noise that they call noise. When I moved, that tree was my true friend during the whole year. So that was my beginning, and that's how I fell in love with trees. And that's why you will see trees in everything we do. You see trees there in the back. We are living actually right now in the middle of a forest full of laurel trees and beautiful birds, and it's just the way I choose to live right now. So this is my story, my love story with trees. So thank you for hearing it today.